Hello everyone, and welcome back to Julie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make good old-fashioned homemade macaroni and cheese from scratch. So I'm going to show you how I do it. This is what I start out with. I have a pound of pasta, and I'm using twists today. We have milk, or butter, flour, salt and pepper, and sharp cheddar cheese we're using. So let's get started so I can show you what we're doing. So I have my water here, starting to come up to boil, so we're getting that ready for our pasta, and it has salt in it. You want to make sure that the water is nice and salty so it'll flavor the pasta. Get the burner turned on here. To like a medium high heat. I'm going to add my butter. I'm going to let this melt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our salt and pepper. And now our flour. What you want to do is you want to use equal amounts of butter and flour to start your roux. I just want this to cook a little bit so the flour taste gets cooked out of it. I just also want to be careful it doesn't burn. Get too brown. Okay, so now we're going to put the milk in. Okay, so what I want to see is this to start to thicken up a little bit. And when that happens, then I want to start adding my cheese to it slowly. Alright, so you can see that it's thickened up a little bit. And I want to start adding my cheese to it. If you're making a white sauce, you'd usually use a little bit less milk than this, so it would thicken up a little bit faster. But we have a little extra milk because we're making a cheese sauce, not just a white sauce. So I'm going to sprinkle in the cheese. And this is we're using a sharp cheddar because we really like that sharp, cheesy flavor that the cheddar gives it. Now I just want to get this all mixed in so that it melts evenly. I'm just stirring it because I don't want it to burn. Okay, looks good. So I'm just going to turn it down to low. I'm going to check on my pasta water to see how it's going. It looks like it's really starting to come up to a boil. So I'm going to add the pasta to it. Give it a stir. That cook. So the cheese is nice and melted, and it has a nice creamy smooth texture to the sauce. I just want to try it and see if it's how the cheese tastes, if it has enough cheddar sharpness to it. Does it taste good? I think it does taste nice and sharp, and it's nice and creamy. So now we're going to test the pasta. We want this to be al dente, and I definitely don't want to overcook it because it's going to be baked more in the oven, and I just don't want it to lose its shape. Just right. It has a nice bite to it. It still has a firmness to it. It's not mushy. That is how we want that. So I'm going to get this strained. So here we have it back in the pot. Now I'm going to add the cheese sauce to it. This all around. Okay, good. So now I'm going to put it in my pan here that I'm going to bake it in the oven with. I already sprayed it with cooking spray just to make it a little bit easier to release when it's time to serve. Make sure we get all that cheese and sauce out. That's what's really good. Okay, there you go. So now we'll do the next part, which is I'm going to take some panko and brown a little bit to sprinkle it on top. And we'll be showing you how I'm going to be doing that. So now we're going to make the toppings. I have here panko breadcrumbs, and I'm going to use some butter. And I like pankos because they'll make it just a little bit crunchy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to melt the butter in my skillet over here and brown the breadcrumbs so they get nice and toasty. Okay, so now we want to add the panko breadcrumbs. Okay, so this is just how I want it. I'm going to take and add this now. Turn this off and add this to my macaroni and cheese. Oh, you can smell this. It smells nice. You can smell the buttery flavor in it. Nice and toasted. This is going to add a nice little crunch and texture to the macaroni and cheese by adding this on top. Okay, so I just want to sprinkle this on top. And you can put on as much as you want, as little as you want. Just kind of always like cooking, playing it by ear, based on your taste and what you like. Now I'm going to put this in the oven, 350. And I just want to put it in really long enough for it to all warm up, the cheese get nice and bubbly, and for the butteriness of the breadcrumbs to impart their flavor too. So here it is. It was in for about a half an hour. We took it out and I'm going to let it cool for a little bit. And I'm going to give it a test and tell you exactly what I think. So here we are, back again, and we're going to give this a test and see how it tastes. Well, here's what it looks like. Put a little in the dish here. Hot. You get nice crunch on the pankos. There's a little texture. The noodles are nice. They kept their shape, but they're nice and tender, not mushy. And you can taste the cheddar cheese in it. It gives a nice sharpness to the sauce. And it tastes nice and creamy, not dry at all. Try that bite. This is really good. I think you're going to really like this. I think you should give this a shot. What's really nice is that now that you know how to do this, you could always switch up a bit. You could add, instead of cheddar cheese, add maybe Swiss cheese or Gruyere, whatever you're in the mood for. That's what's really nice about this. You can be creative. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, hopefully, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye now.